Hey everybody, welcome to the Agroforestry Academy, and I'm Felipe, and today I want to talk to you a bit about banana seedlings. But first, you can see that I'm in a different setup than usual. Usually we're out in the field, Rio de Janeiro, but this week has been quite a rush, so I only managed to record this video now. But since we've got the commitment to give you one video every Friday, here I am. It's already 6:30 p.m. and I know for some of you it might be Saturday already, but over here in Brazil it's still Friday. And I've got this beautiful tray of banana seedlings in front of me, some good wine, a camera, my headlights, which are lighting my face so that you can see me properly. And let's talk about banana seedlings. But first, the mosquitoes are really bothersome today. Let me give you a bit of an update of what's going on over here in Reservado Cajuzeira, which is our farm here in Lençóis, in Chapada Diamantina, Bahia, or Bahia, like we like to call it. And we're getting ready for our 7th agroforestry course, which is happening next week. And during the course, we do 4 days, usually 4 days, sometimes 3 days of intensive practice of agroforestry. And the group of participants have the opportunity to, really put their hands to work and build a food forest from scratch. And this time it's going to be a special edition because we're going to do food forests for chicken. And we're going to talk a lot about which plants to use and good pasture management and a few other things. So this week has been really a rush because I was going after seedlings. I went to a couple of different cities around and I traveled a lot to bring seedlings. So I got about 200 fruit seedlings and another 3,000 pineapple seedlings and another 200 banana seedlings, which is the purpose of our video today. And I know that for next week, Jannar is going to have a video about bananas as well. So it's going to be a really good sequence of banana plants. So usually banana plants are planted, you take a pop from the banana group. Bananas, they grow in groups or families, like we like to call it. You plant one banana and then they're gonna start sprouting these pups around it. And you can just take one of these pups out. There's a special technique to do it properly, and you plant it in a different place. So this is the traditional method of planting bananas, and it works greatly. Most of the bananas I've ever planted were like this. But uh, several years ago, 1 or 2 or 3 decades, I don't know exactly how many decades it's been, but I think it's probably about 15 years or so, that at least here in Brazil, that these babies started being produced. And this is a banana seedling, and it's produced in labs. This is a good Argentinian Malbec wine. I love it. And the way it's produced is they just get any part of the plant and they put in a special nutritious substance, in lab conditions, temperature, controlled temperature, light, and everything. And since the plant is full of meristematic cells, which are cells which can differentiate themselves in any tissue. So from any part of the plant, theoretically, the plant can resprout completely and build a new plant as long as it's got perfect conditions. So this is what they do with banana plants. They give perfect conditions so that any part of the plant, a small part of the leaf, just a little tip of the leaf, and they're going to put it there and then they're going to sprout, produce roots, new leaves and everything. So that's how they come up with these. And then once they begin forming the new plant, they're put in these trays, which are trays for vegetable seedlings, but they can be used for banana seedlings as well. And usually, when you're using this sort of seedlings, people will put them in a bigger vessel, like those tube vessels. I don't know how you call those in English, but they're like this little tube with a narrow point underneath with one hole so that the roots can go out and be auto pruned. And so they usually are put in those vessels so that they grow a bit more, and then they're moved to the field. But what I want to do is just to plant these directly in the field. And obviously there are some benefits for this. This buddy here costs me R$1.70. That's about 45 cents of a dollar. And I can carry, this tray fits 128. I can carry 2 of these trays in each of my hands easily. So 128 times 4, that's 400 plus 100, 500 plus 12, 512. I can carry 512 seedlings, banana seedlings, with my 2 hands. If you're using pups taken from the banana family, I can guarantee you cannot carry over 50 in a bag in your back. And it's a lot of work to plant all those 50. To plant this, I just need a well-prepared bed and actually a nest, 40 by 40, well manured, at least 20 liters of manure. I personally like to put 40. And the soil has to be as well prepared as if you were planting a big seedling, which Gennaro will show you next week. So be sure to be back next Friday so that you can take a look at what he's showing you. So I'm gonna have a perfect nest prepared, just as if I were planting a big seedling, but I will take care of this little baby as I would if it were a broccoli seedling or a tomato seedling or a lettuce seedling or a vegetable seedling, which is just as small, it's got such a sensitive, I always mess up those 2 words, root system. It's because in Portuguese they are the same. We don't have much of a difference. And I've got to remember that my right hand shades my face. So I've got a little pot just to show you how it would be planted. I'm not saying that you should put this seedling in a pot. This should go directly to the soil, to the prepared soil. I'm going to repeat it in case you didn't understand. I'm not saying you should put this seedling in a pot. Okay, it's meant to go to the soil. But I just want to show you how to plant it. And if you are experienced with vegetable planting, it's really no different. So I'm just going to open up a small hole here. You can use a knife or a piece of stick or something. And I'm going to put the seedling inside so that, and I'm going to raise the shoe, the root crumble, there's that root, there's a word for that. What should I call it? Anyway, that the earth that surrounds the root is leveled with the soil or even a bit deeper. It can never be like this, which is, if you can see properly, you see it's standing out from the soil. That's horrible because it's going to dry out the seeds. So it's got to be really well under the soil, and then I'm going to, press a bit on the sides, not on top. Just press a little bit. There you go. Just make sure it's firm. Great. And I've got some ashes from the stove here. There you go, that's wood ashes. Bananas love these. And I could sprinkle a bit here. You know, if I had a prepared bed, I would put some in the bed, you know, mixed with the soil. If you've got sugarcane ashes, even better than wood ashes. And you know, a bit of ashes, it's great. So it's planted, and then obviously I'm gonna give it a nice layer of organic material. Over here I've got cardboard because I'm not in the field, and what I've got here in the kitchen is cardboard. So I'll give it a bit of a nice layer of cardboard to, you know, our simulation of a banana seedling planting. And there you go. I've got the young banana plant, the little seedling planted, soil well covered. You know, I'm taking care of it just like a vegetable seedling. I'm gonna make sure it has water for the next few months. In 2 months, this banana plant should be 1 meter 20 tall at least. And it should be bearing fruit in 14 months maximum. If it's well taken care of, if it's well nourished, you know, if it's got all the nutrients, all the light requirements, and everything, enough water. And so this is great material, you know, if you've got access to this in your place. It really makes planting bananas a whole lot easier. And it's cheaper too because you might have banana in your place. You know, I've got bananas here. I can just take banana pups from my bananas, but it occupies a lot of time. You know, it's hard taking out banana plants. It requires physical effort. It requires time. So if you actually calculate how much that costs, you know, all that time and all that, and it's definitely more than 1.70 or 45 cents of a dollar. And the great thing about this is that the lab, the company that produces these, they've got a million different varieties. This one is Grand Nain. Um, here in Brazil, we call it Nanica. And so I can choose for a bunch of different varieties, and they will actually ship it through the mail to me if I ask them. I went there to buy it because I was getting other seedlings, but I can just call them and say, hey, send me some banana seedlings, and then I'll ship them the money, and they'll ship me the seedlings. So it's really great. It's a great alternative. And you know, maybe you don't have banana at your place, or your neighbor doesn't have banana, you don't have anywhere you can get bananas from. You know, you can just drive to the place and put 10,000 bananas in your car, or call them and ask them to send them to you. And you know, just prepare a nice bed, well manured, plant the seedlings, and you're good to go. You're gonna have bananas in a few months, you know, 14, 15 months. And so that's it I've got for you folks. I hope you liked our banana seedlings. I will keep you up to date. We're planting these in the course next week. I will definitely post some videos, maybe on Instagram, you know, some short videos. So make sure you check that out during the course so that you can see the action going on over here. And I'll keep you updated on the development of these buddies so that you can see what a great alternative these are. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you think this might be interesting for anyone, please share it with them. If you haven't already, subscribe to our newsletter so that you can receive all the news, you know, what we're up to, what's coming, and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave your comment. If there's anything you'd like to hear us talking about, you know, send us an email or leave us a comment asking. We'll be very glad to do a video about your interests. We'll love to hear about what you'd like to see in our videos. So I'm Felipe for the Agroforestry Academy, and I'm signing out.